This is an introduction to the Audit of Clinical Experience system, which is one of the mechanisms that we use at Royal Holloway to monitor your experience and your competencies throughout your training. So the ACE system is essentially like an internet savings account, which contains information about your clinical activity over the course of your training career, which can be accessed online, and you can record it online, while still having a high degree of security, which is approved by the NHS. And it allows for reports to be generated, where we can look at the diversity of the experience that you've gained and plan your further training requirements. So what you need to do is continuously record your cases that you are seeing on placement. And then at the times when you're having your MPR and your EPR, your mid-placement review and your end-of-placement review, you generate a standard report which both you and your supervisors sign. And there are also other times when the clinical tutors might look at and ask you to provide some specific detail about cases that you have recorded on ACE to monitor specific competencies. And this will become more relevant towards the middle and the latter part of your training, where we will be looking at whether you've met all the competencies that are required for the training. And here's just an example of the basic report, which a mock one, which you would generate on ACE, and then that will be signed by you and your supervisor. And I will show you in a later video how this is done. I will also show you the current mechanisms that we use so that cases are recorded in a way that is non-identifiable to other people apart from you. But the important thing to say is that before you do this is that you seek approval from your supervisor, with the information that regional psychologists have not objected to the use of the system, and any supervisors that have any concerns have access to the statement issued by their course and the Caldicott Guardian. You then need to seek consent from clients before entering this data, and also to keep with the data protection laws, clients must have access to the information held about them, and I would recommend that you discuss with your supervisors what the best way to go about this with regards to this particular client group that you will be working with. And in the final video, I'll just show you the mechanisms of how to comply with data protection in case clients would ask for the record to be deleted, or if they would like a copy of it. And just generally the information to cover in when you are giving information about ACE is who you are and why you are keeping the record, and where it will be kept and who will have access to it, and what you will do with it, and importantly that they have the right to refuse and that it will not impact on their care, and that you make a record of this decision. We have a consent form which you can use if you and your supervisor feel like it's the most appropriate one, which you can access on Moodle. And for further information, there is the ACE handbook on Moodle, and that can be found in the ACE folder. And I would recommend that all of you read the short guide to ACE, which is not a very long document, which gives you the basics of how the system works. And there's also the ACE forum on Moodle where you can ask any questions and a tutor will answer.